I'm thinking about all of the posts on Facebook, and I have some questions for you. Just some things for you to consider, mull around in your head. When someone on your friends list is posting about their views in a way that is hurtful, meaning name calling, insulting, any way that feels hurtful to you, would it make sense to unfriend them? Would it make sense to block them? So if you unfriend them, you can't see their posts anymore in your news feed. If you block them, they can't send you messages. When would that make sense, if ever? When would doing something like that be selfish? Would it be selfish? Would it be self-caring instead of selfish, or both? How could unfriending them so that their stuff doesn't show up in your newsfeed anymore, how could that help you? How could that hurt you? How could that help the other person? How could that hurt the other person? How could it help your relationship with that person? How could it hurt the relationship with that person? If you unblock, or if you unfriend and or block a person on Facebook, does that mean that you have to unfriend them for real or block them from your life? Is it possible to have a relationship with someone, a healthy, respectful relationship with someone outside of Facebook when you have unfriended and blocked them on Facebook? And if so, how? How could that be? Is blocking somebody on Facebook or unfriending them, or both, is it possible that instead of being judgmental and intolerant, is it possible that that's actually an act of compassion, not only for you, but for the other person? How could it lead to a healthier relationship? How could not unfriending them and or blocking them, how could not doing that be hurtful to the relationship, be hurtful to you, be hurtful to that other person? What might that lead to? These are things I encourage you to think about, because while I truly, truly appreciate people that are really able to be that safety pin, I learned that from a friend, the safety pin post, I am a safe person to share your beliefs with. Well, I really, truly appreciate people that can do that. And I appreciate the thought behind the post that says, I'm not going to unfriend you just because you and I have different political views. I know the intention and the thought behind that post is, I'm going to be tolerant. I'm not going to reject you because you have a different political view than I do. And I think that that is such an important message. And so I absolutely appreciate that message. But I wonder what that does to our permission to place healthy emotional boundaries in our lives and in our relationships. I wonder what those posts do to influence the thought that I'm not allowed, I shouldn't, it's wrong to establish emotional boundaries. And I encourage you to think about that. I encourage you to think about, is it possible to set an emotional boundary and still remain friends? And if not, because for whatever reason that's not possible, is it okay still to set that emotional boundary? Is it okay to be self-caring? Is it okay to be compassionate towards me, even if somebody else is going to be upset by that? And is there a way that I can communicate that to that person? If I have to set an emotional boundary and say, here, listen, the stuff that you're posting on Facebook is hurtful to me, and I really value our friendship. I value you as a person. I like you, and I want to continue to value you. I want to continue to have a relationship with you outside of Facebook. And so for that reason, I have decided that I need to unfriend you from Facebook, not because I don't like you, but because I do like you. Because I cherish our friendship, because it's important to me, because you matter to me. I don't want to read stuff that's going to cause me to feel anger and resentment towards you, and quite possibly end up saying something that might be hurtful towards you. I'm going to set that boundary. I'm going to take you off of the friendship newsfeed on Facebook, the Facebook newsfeed, so that I can continue to have a meaningful relationship with you. Is that possible, folks? Is that something that can be done from a place of care and concern? And can that be expressed with care and concern? Some of you might say yes, some of you might say no. Certainly whatever you decide is right for you, but something to think about. Take care.